You have clicked on the right video because today I will be talking about the dark sales psychology of Costco. Nobody has ever talked in the whole YouTube. The biggest myth is finally
going to be exposed. Costco has one of the highest sales per store in the world, but the secret isn't lower prices, it's psychology.
By the end of this video, you'll understand the exact strategy Costco uses and how you can apply it to your own business.
This is the story of Costco, the company that saw it anyway, and built a $270 billion empire by naming that pain out loud before anyone else would. Costco's earliest pitch to small business owners wasn't about a warehouse. It was about a number. Every night, some of these owners closed their registers and the math simply didn't work. Cost of goods too close to what they could charge. Margin eaten alive before rent and payroll were even subtracted. The insight that built Costco's entire membership warehouse model wasn't "we can sell things cheaper." It was more specific than that. Name the exact moment the customer already feels the pain, then show them the version of their life where that moment stops happening. That's the gap Costco was built to close. Not savings in the abstract, but a very particular, very repeatable monthly panic small business owners and bulk shoppers already knew by.
Here's the mechanism hiding inside that story.
Selling isn't driven by describing your product. It's driven by identifying your prospect's current, specific, painful situation, not a vague problem. The strongest sales pitches you'll ever hear don't start with a feature list. They start with a sentence that makes the prospect think, wait, how do they already know that about my life? How do they know that this is the pain I'm going through? That recognition is the entire opening move. Everything else in the sale is built on top of it. Costco wanted to sell products for almost no extra cost, giving customers the lowest prices possible. But here's the part rarely told honestly in YouTube. That promise was never perfectly kept, and Costco never pretended it would be. Membership prices have been raised periodically over the decades. Some categories run tighter margins than others, depending on the year, the supply chain, the tariff environment. The bridge between what members pay elsewhere and what members pay at Costco didn't promise perfect low prices every time. It promised to always try to keep prices as low as possible. Present your product as the bridge between your prospect's problem and the outcome they want. But notice what the strongest version of this bridge includes: an honest acknowledgement that it won't always close the gap perfectly. Every promise has limits. Supply changes, costs shift, circumstances change. The sellers who last for decades are the ones who say that part out loud, before the customer discovers it on their own. A bridge you admit might sway sometimes holds more trust than one you swore would never move. At some point, Costco stopped needing to convince new customers itself. Its own members started doing it for free. That beat a competitor by 20, 30, even 40% didn't quietly enjoy the discovery. They told people. Group chats, family dinners, co-workers comparing receipts, an entire unpaid word-of-mouth engine, built not on advertising, but on members functioning as living proof. Nobody trusts a company's claim about its own prices. Almost everybody trusts their friends enjoy their time. Use personal stories and testimonials as proof, not just claims. Show your prospect the outcome after the process. Lived, specific, told by someone they can picture themselves as. A company can say its prices are the best in the market 1,000 times, and it will land softer than one customer telling one friend, unprompted, about the one time they saved real money. That's the mechanism. Stories don't convince people that something works. They let people picture themselves already on the other side of it. It's the advantage that the people understand and sell your products by themselves if they like it, without giving any penny. A Costco warehouse shelf. Time-lapse style cut. Same shelf position, different product weeks later. Electronics, seasonal goods, a designer item. A customer searching, not finding it, asking a Costco employee. Imagine finding a product you love at Costco. You come back a few weeks later to buy it again, and it's gone. Not sold out, replaced. That isn't a mistake. It's something Costco does on purpose. While most stores keep their best-selling products on the shelves, Costco often swaps them out for something new, especially in non-essential categories. It is a trick that slowly creates FOMO in the mind of the customers from the next time they won't miss or they won't get. The customer who loved it, hesitated, and came back later to buy it again doesn't conclude the company made a mistake. They conclude something sharper. I should have bought it when I had the chance. That regret, small, personal, self-inflicted, turns into next time's instant decision.
Costco shelves change incredibly fast. One week it is electronics, then seasonal goods, and weeks later you might find a designer handbag.
When a prospect hesitates and their own stated reasoning doesn't hold up, I'll wait. I'll think about it. Gently reflect that inconsistency back to them, not as pressure, but as clarity. The real lever here isn't your product's features. It's the quiet, personal cost of being left behind while everyone else moves forward. And this only works honestly when your product genuinely delivers value. If someone hesitates and something they actually needed disappears, that's not a manipulation tactic. That's just what happens when good things don't wait around forever. Used with integrity, naming the cost of waiting helps a genuinely interested person act now, instead of eventually, which, for most people, quietly means never.
Costco often swaps them out for something new, especially in non-essential categories.
Chapter 3. The price that doesn't move. When we walk into almost any other major retail negotiation,
A car dealership, a furniture showroom, and there's a dance. A sticker price, a real price, a back and forth that leaves most customers assuming they got played somewhere in the middle.
Costco built something different. One price, stated once, never negotiated. No haggling, no sales floor theater, no "let me check with my manager." The price is simply stated, and then Costco goes quiet. That silence does something interesting. Left alone with a fixed number, a customer's mind doesn't stop working. It starts doing its own math, comparing what they'd pay anywhere else, quietly convincing itself the number in front of them is fair. This same fixed, no-haggle pricing model shows up in an unlikely place. Through the Costco Auto program, the company has sold hundreds of thousands of cars a year at prices below suggested retail, with none of the traditional dealership. State your price once with absolute confidence, and then stop talking. That pause isn't dead air. It's the space where your prospect's own mind starts negotiating with itself instead of with you. Left in silence, people don't just accept a price, they justify it internally in their own words, often convincing themselves they're getting a deal, sometimes even before you've said another word. A customer who talked themselves into believing they saved money will buy faster and regret it less than one who was simply told they were saving money. Confidence plus silence beats persuasion plus pressure almost every time.
Attention shoppers, the store is now closed.
Stop passively watching.
Pick one of these 5 principles we have learned right now, write it down, and deploy it in your very next pitch.
You don't need a warehouse the size of Costco's to use any of this. You just need to execute. Find the pain before you pitch the solution. Position yourself as the bridge, and be honest about the gap. State your price once, then let silence do the closing. Let real stories prove what your claims can't, and show them gently what waiting actually costs.
None of this was ever really about pallets or price tags
Or parking lots. Costco's rise to a $270 billion company was 5 decisions, applied with total consistency thousands of times a day by people who understood a single idea. Customers don't buy what you're selling, they buy the story they told themselves. In the silence you gave them, about the pain you helped them name first.
5 principles, 1 story. Now go apply them.